You might be thinking, well, why on earth is a stolen Rolls Royce Cullinan with us here at Cambridge Car Audio? And there is a good story behind it, and that is what today's video is all about. So this vehicle has the bespoke sound system from Rolls Royce in the vehicle currently. However, this vehicle was stolen and has also been fully recovered. However, the thief left a couple of surprises for the owner. Thief went across this pretty much entire vehicle with a Stanley blade by the looks of things and has torn the entire vehicle to shreds. This interior is in desperate need of our treatment, but the big issue and the reason why it's landed here with us at Cambridge Car Audio is because it currently has no sound whatsoever. It's going to be an incredible journey, but first I need to showcase exactly what the thief was up to in the boot. Vehicle loses some of its luxury, so the tailgate, because of the system, is no longer fully operational. You have to manually do it. Same with the base. So here we have the remains of what the thief left for our client. So firstly, what on earth has gone on here? So you'll note that the carpet has quite a few basically chunks missing out of it. So you see that slip mark? It's not quite supposed to be there. That is a Stanley blade straight through the carpet. That's been done on both sides and throughout the interior in the front as well. So I presume that this was all to hunt for some security devices on the vehicle, but in that process they've cut through a lot of the electrics on the vehicle and also destroyed the sound system in the vehicle. So today's job is to basically get this car sounding somewhat okay with the factory system, and what we're going to be doing is diagnosing what the fault is, where the cuts are, and then correcting and fixing and just getting our client some sound back into the vehicle. And then it will head over potentially to our CBS Automotive brand, which will cover some of the interior restoration. So remember guys, we have got the two brands. We've got the Cambridge Car Audio brand, which covers sound, and then CBS Automotive, which will cover lots of different upgrades, and make sure you go check out their website as well. The foundation of this car is actually mostly from a BMW X7, and it's got a lot of BMW platform parts across the entire vehicle. And one of the sound system parts is exactly that. So the sound system is pretty much a BMW system. Overall, what have we got here? We've got a couple of the connectors going into some of the modules across the entire vehicle that are basically chopped up and cut. So the connectors are missing currently on some of the things. We've got a couple of loose bits as well, all laid around in this boot area. Also in the front of the vehicle not only has audio problems, so as electrical specialists we can carry out all sorts of different upgrades as well as repairs. So currently, a couple of issues. Vehicle tailgate, as you saw, doesn't open properly. Also the keyless start system isn't working very well either, so you have to put the key right up onto the center sensor area, then the vehicle will start. We've also got PDC failure, so we've got no parking sensors noises whatsoever as well. Cameras are operational, but we've got no PDC, and now we're linked into the sound system. So we have got a lot of work to get this car with some form of sound by the end of it. So fingers crossed, all goes to plan. We're going to find a couple of challenges along the way on this one, but it's going to be a really exciting project, and we're going to obviously showcase the entire thing to you guys. So stay tuned. Let's go.
So we've got this Rolls Royce Cullinan. Not usually how you'd see them when they're coming. It's been completely ripped out, and looking for a tracker or something. There's even footmarks on a C-pillar up here. Don't know how that's got there. But we've got some problems with the audio system, so we're going to be having a look at that. I've already scanned the vehicle, had a look at everything. We've got endless problems, it seems. We've got car access system problems, instrument clusters, big old list to work through. However, that will all be done on the CBS Automotive. But now we're going to be looking at getting the sound system working for the customer. That's all he's really requested, but we're going to be going through everything, making a list of everything that's wrong, making sure all our things like batteries are connected, there's no loose wires, nothing like that, everything's safe. And we're going to get the sound system working for him for now, and then look at what to do from there on. So looking at our audio side of things, we've got a couple of things wrong in this location. We've got our telematics module. That is completely ripped out and destroyed. Don't know what they were looking for in there, but that's a weird one. And then we've also got our amplifier down here. We're going to be looking at that. We're going to be looking at all the inputs, outputs, checking everything is correct. Looks like we've got some fiber optic sort of lines. So we're going to be checking them, checking they're all correct and creating the correct loop. Nothing wrong there. We're going to be getting all this stuff out, getting it out of the way, checking there's no cuts in any wires or lines to the audio sound system, and see if we can get it working from there. Then if we can't get it working from there, we're then going to dive further into the system and see what we can find. Sorted the audio issue. Nice simple problem, wasn't too bad, but we've done a couple of other things. So our audio system, running off of a fiber optics network, it uses light to transfer the information from place to place. This system works off of a closed loop, and what happened is one of the plugs was plugged in wrong and was disturbing that loop. So the loop wasn't continuing, it wasn't transferring all the information around the system, and therefore wasn't giving our amplifier what it needed. So we plugged that in correctly, got that all sorted. In between, we've just made sure that all the batteries connected properly. We've got all the correct inputs for our amplifier. It's now getting the correct outputs, just double checked all of them. Now that that's all done and that's all secure and bolted down and nice, we can hand it over to our CBS Automotive side of things. Thanks JP for handing that over to us at CBS Automotive. We're going to be sorting out the rest of this car. Now that the audio side of things are done, we can worry about the body panels and everything. I've already started a little bit of work on this, already put together the right hand side a little bit more. We've cleaned off the footprints off of the side, and we've started bending some of the panels back into shape. And we've glued a couple of bits back together so that they can hold for now, and then in the future we'll look at actually replacing those panels properly. So as we're going along, we're checking for things that are out of place and possibly unplugged. So a couple of things I've noticed just to start off is the micro switch down here. Just controls a couple of other things, make sure the floor's in position because there's a rising floor. With this module here, a couple of the factory plugs were pulled out and ripped out, so we've just remounted them, reconnected them and got them all secure in there. Just going along, checking things like this, making sure it's all together, making sure we've got all the correct connections and there's nothing loose. If we're missing modules, we're making note. And then after we've done all this, which I have, it's all nice and neat behind here, I can now get all the panels back on, get them all secure and get it looking good.
So the Rolls Royce Cullinan, what a journey it's been. I mean, the car has had such a journey, obviously being stolen, recovered, and now obviously having some sound back. So JP's done a fantastic job on this vehicle. These sorts of jobs are slightly different to maybe some of the other ones that you've seen on our channel. However, it is still really important that we carry out work to an incredibly high level, even on diagnostics work like what we've done here. So vehicle obviously came in with no sound. It is now leaving with sound. However, there's still loads of upgrades that can be done on these Cullinans for full sound system upgrades. But our goal for our client and what the request was to get some form of sound back in the vehicle. And what we've actually managed to do is repair a lot of the broken connectors behind there in that boot area that all got chopped up and shredded to pieces. But there's still more to do on this car because it's got full, obviously the interior needs a hell of a lot of work to get this car back to where it needs to be, plus loads of other bits and pieces. So later on, the car is going to leave us today, and then it will be coming back to us over to the CBS Automotive channel, where you're going to see the rest of the interior restoration and all the other work that we're going to be doing onto the car, which isn't all finalized yet with the client, but it is going to be a lot of work to get this car back to where it needs to be. But we're all done on today's video, guys. You've seen the bit of the diagnostics, bit of behind the scenes. One thing that we haven't showcased to you, obviously that is between us and the client, is obviously the full documentation of all of the problems with the car, what we're going to be doing to fix it, and that is all documented. We sat down with JP after I wrote down the report with him. We went through everything in a load of detail. That then gets passed on to our client. They get picture evidence of every single thing. We, as you guys know on our channel when we're doing full sound systems, we don't hide anything. Everything is very transparent. We are very honest. We just showcase it all to you. We send everything over to you, and you guys then can make your decision from there. But overall, that is a wrap. Bit of a different one for you guys today, but hopefully you've enjoyed the Rolls Royce Cullinan having a little bit of a different twist, but still getting that Cambridge car audio treatment.